done with the troll grind. Deliver 65,000 mountain trolls. And now I just want to get you guys caught up on what our bank's looking like now. Obviously a lot of loot was gained, so it should look quite different from probably the last time you've seen it. But yeah, let's take a look. Also, I want to do this before we do the challenge mode grind, so that you can see kind of a before and after everything that we're going to get during challenge mode. So this first tab here, I just have a bit of collection going on. Got the cash stack looking really nice. Most of this money was picked up off the floor from troll drops. Even the 8 coin drops from trolls, we picked those up. The Stardust stack looking pretty nice from our mining grinds. That'll be well above 200k by the time we finish. And from the fletching grind so far to get to 80, 191,000 long bows, all from dead trees in this chunk. Got 160 long bones. Those from trolls. Pretty sure all of them from trolls. Yeah, so we haven't gotten any from anything in the raids. So the only way that these are going to get stacked up are like from our range training at trolls or from monsters in the raid. I'm sure we might get 1 or 2 from there. Crystal keys, all of those I've saved up and put together, and I like how the keys look here. So sinister keys also from magpies. The first full tab here is the raids tab. You can see our ancient tablet that we got on our very first raid. That'll be used for the Xeric's talisman eventually. Got all of our ores here. Coal is the ore that we want the most. Got some gems that I've saved up. I have been cutting the gems along the way, so this isn't like a full gem sort of deal here. A lot of these are also from trolls, not just from the raid. And I also get gems from mining the stars, so that's how those are looking now. Arrows, we've got less rune arrows than we would like to. I've gotten pretty unlucky from the raids. Hopefully that number will go up. I'll be using those as I go though, of course. The dragon arrows, we're looking to stack as many of those up as we can. Before we get the twisted bow, get those from the raid and also from dragon implings as well. Planks looking well for the future construction grinds. We've got the herbs stacking up. A lot of these are also from trolls as well. Like the dwarf weed stack is up. The Bernard stack is up. Believe what else? There's a lot of, I think, farms, catentines as well. But yeah, the other ones from the raids. We got runes, lots of runes. These are all from the raids as well. Blood runes, death runes, soul runes, pure essence. Stack is looking nice. Definitely be a white stack of those after we're done with the CMs. 16 Tauren prayer schools so far, and we've used 1, so 17 total, I believe. Only 1 twisted kit so far. We're pretty unlucky on these. We need 3 of these eventually to change the color of our ancestral. But it's a 1 in 75, so we're pretty unlucky on receiving those so far. I also have the purples, of course. The Dragon Hunter crossbow, our first purple. Second purple was the Arcane Prayer Scroll, and we've got 1 dupe of that. Third purple was the Dex Scroll. We've had 3 of those, but we just used 1 to activate Rigor. Kodai Insignia, our first mega rare item, equivalent to the rarity of the Twisted Bow, is useful to us for this chunk, so a little unfortunate that that had to be our first mega rare, but all in all it's fine, because getting a mega rare this early is pretty nice in general. The Dragon Claws, which I am very familiar with now, helped me kill thousands and thousands of trolls. The Din's Bulwark, which I use whenever I need to AFK the trolls, also for our Tecton as our crush weapon. We just have these books here because I thought it looked cool. These are the books that come, the journals that come from all of the demi-bosses inside the raid, and the Dark Journal from home. Second tab here is our tool tab. a lot of myth pickaxes. A lot of things here are from implings, mostly. So I'll just skim over that. Pie dishes, bowls. Maybe these things will come in handy one day. I don't know. Probably not. But, yep. Next tab. Food and potions. We've been doing our maze randoms, so the potions have been stacking up. We'll be using these during the raids as our pre-pot for Tecton. And might be using them in the future as well for other things. When we go for our Onyx, we'll be drinking these as well for the extra bonus. 73 strange fruit. We bring those into every challenge mode. Just in case we get poisoned. It's probably about a 1 in 10 raid chance that I get poisoned. So those do come in handy. They also heal some run energy as well, so very peculiar item, but a nice one to have. Jangerberries. Got all the sandwich lady food. I do use my food periodically for trolls. I'll be bringing some into the raid as well to heal up my stats after I overload. The strawberries are probably the best food here. I believe it's a 28 heal per slot. I'll be bringing those in for most likely my solo raids that I'll have to do for the combat achievements. And then my other good food here that I'll be saving. Saved up just beer for collections. That's a cooking boost, which will be nice. And have Slayer boost there as well. Next is the ammunition tab. We've been stacking up on our runes from maze randoms. Most of these elemental runes from maze randoms. A lot from essence simplings as well. We are stacking up our fire runes, not using those. Or of course the smithing grind that we could get next chunk. This earth rune stack is majority from the mountain trolls that we've been doing, so probably at least 250,000 of those from the troll grind. Just insane. Air runes looking nice for when we do start to use magic in the raids again. I think will come after 75 when we have ancestral for the extra bonus. Law runes for telekinetic grab. We'll be taking those into the raid so I can pick up my arrows on the tightrope room. That's their main function. The cosmic runes, I can use those to enchant diamond amulets, which is a way for me to get a little bit of extra magic XP here and there. The nature runes we're saving for the inevitable smithing grind as well. And most of these are also from trolls. Got almost 18,000 from the trolls. Get some body runes there, some the combination runes, a little bit of mind, thought, and chaos runes as well. We've been doing our maze randoms and getting arrows as well, stocking up on the bronze and iron arrows. And bolts as well. Eventually we can use the Dragon Hunter crossbow to train, and we'll be able to use up these bolts for some extra ranged XP. These Dragonstone bolts from Dragon Implings, Onyx Bolts E that we got from the Lucky Impling this episode, and then the unenchanted Onyx Bolts that come from Ninja Implings. That's the reason why we need 87 magic. Saving up the Rune Thorn Axes. We might use these rune knives and rune darts eventually, and we're also going to be saving up these dragon darts. The reason why, because the Inferno chunk is actually something that I could get very soon after this chunk. So those will be, yeah, definitely needed for that grind. That'd be an insane grind to get early, and kind of something I'm hoping for. We get the seed tab. This is a tab that's definitely been growing, specifically from the troll grind. We get our magic seed from Dragon Impling. Some other seeds from Implings here. Cactus seeds, potato cactus seeds came from trolls. Limpwort seeds, we've been picking these up the entire time. And about 1,266 of those are from trolls. Jangerberries, white berries, poison ivy berries. I haven't been picking them up the entire time, but I think this is a good amount where we really didn't need to grab any more. You've got strawberries, watermelons, snape grass, which are the allotment seeds. I stopped picking up strawberries, but we've been picking up snape grass the entire time, and watermelon seeds, as those will be really good XP once we get to a farming chunk. Belladonna seeds, picked up some of those, not all of them of course. They also come from as well. Mushroom spores, it's very unlikely that I'll get a mushroom patch before 99 farming, so I just want to pick up a few of those for the collection, but they're not a big deal. Wild blood seeds also not going to be very good XP, so didn't pick up too many of those. Few of them though. And then all the herb seeds, these low level ones, I stopped picking up pretty early on. Toad flax I've been picking up the entire time. Irrits the entire time. Aventos, Quarms, Snapdragons, Cadentines, Lantidimes, Dwarfweeds, and Torsals the entire time. Torsals have been insanely rare drops. And how many Torsals? 12 of these Torsals are from trolls. The others from nature and things. You've got the herb lore tab. The Guam leaves, which I stopped picking up maybe a little over halfway through. And that definitely cut our trips down a lot because you get a ton of Guams. Marintils, Paramins, Harlanders. Most of those all from trolls. And they will be some nice XP one day, get us past those early levels. Paramins, we can trade those in for attack potions from Dr. Jekyll if we'd like to. Still contemplating that. I already have quite a lot of attack potions, but maybe some more won't help, or won't hurt. Got some vials, ashes, chocolate bars, coconuts. Yeah, all these secondaries that we'll use eventually. This is our resource tab, material tab. Got some cut gems, and I've been cutting these gems into bowl tips for extra fletching XP whenever I need to AFK. Not very good XP, but there's not much else that I'll need gems for anytime soon. So I think it's worth it. The Onyx will go here one day. Got baby dragon bones and dragon bones from the dragon implings, and we've used some of those. We'll get definitely more of those before we get 77. Dragon arrow tips at 90 fletching. We'll be able to use those for a bit of fletching XP. Black dragon hat I'm sure will come in use one day. Then we have all these talismans. I don't think that there's any way I can get a water talisman. That's why that's there to hold that spot. Here's a big one. 1,414 ensouled troll heads from the grinds. That's going to be a lot of XP. I'm going to check the banked XP plugin here after the bank. All the bars I've accumulated, mostly from implings. I'll get some more keys here. All these raw mackerels have been from the troll grind as well. Those will be useful as some food to heal up after the overload while we are raiding. Got some bonus logs here. Bow strings that we'll be able to use for XP once we can make magic longbows. Flax that I've accumulated from the random events. Headless arrows I've made. And feathers I've gotten from the maze. Some javelin shafts just because why not? And then we've got buckets of sand. Compost, which we can use as saltpeter to make into super compost. You also get super compost from an impling. I forget which one. But yeah, maybe those come in handy one day. Lots of oak planks for construction in the future. Steel nails, maybe for construction in the future. Dash units as well. Balls of wool, potentially useful in the future. Dagonoth hide, probably never going to be useful. Soft clay. And yeah, some other junk in here. We have the equipment tab. These are just like non-raid item equipment things, best in slots, stuff like that right here. Pretty standard. Got the rings of recoil that have been stacking up from Magpie Implinks. Those might come in handy for for something in the future. And then random event items here. 64 frog tokens so far, the stale baguette of course, and then a bunch of other junk as well. Things that we probably won't be using but stack up. Alkables, clues. Actually right now I have something for the hard clue. I'll explain that in a second. But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to alch. That'll make a lot of money in the future. Whenever we have a store to sell them to or enough nature runes to be able to spare some alks. 508 adamant warhammers from the trolls specifically. The mithril squares, we picked up those for a while because they are worth a little bit here. But yeah, overall I felt like it was worth it to have longer trips where we could maximize the XP per hour. So I'm going to be dropping a hard clue. It's not a step I can do, but there is a hard clue step that I can do in this chunk right here. That I can kill a Ceridon wizard and potentially get a fire battle staff one day. So I do want to get hard clues so I can see if I can get that step preemptively for that task. Hello to Mr. Already Chunky there as well. Alright, now we go to the Banked XP plugin. And let's look at what it says here. Ensouled Heads, this is the big one. 1.1 million prayer XP from Ensouled Heads. That is about my current prayer XP, so we could literally double our prayer XP with those. We would need a lot more body runes though, the only thing. About 5,197 more body runes. But I'm sure by the time we get the Dark Altar, we'd have the store that sells them. So not a big deal for those. But yeah, 1.1 million. Literally double all the prayer XP I got from Bearing Bones the entire time. Pretty insane. Next, let's go to, let's see, Herblore. Make sure we got everything. Temporary boost of 99, of course. Now we can do everything. So let's see what we got here. So that's cleaning everything. We'll need Isanute for the attack potions. Need unicorn horns for the anti-poisons. Limpwort roots. This is volcanic ash for Harlanders. I don't think that's what we'll be making. One chocolate dust. Won't have much chocolate dust, but there's a good chance I have port serum. Port serum sells chocolate bars, so I'll be able to get chocolate dust before the Herblore Cape 100%. Got Renar potions to prayer potions here. Toad flax. Hopefully to Sarah Bruise. Get the Isanute for the irrits, of course. Aventos will probably be for fishing potion. Most likely. So we'll keep it on fishing potions. Super strengths, super restores, you guys know the gist. Got the white berries that we'll need, and the dragon scales we will definitely have before the Herblore chunk is required for it. Wines of Zami. Yeah, most likely I'll be able to get those either through the binary or from the telegrabbing. And then Zami brews. Probably be for super combats, most likely. So let's see. With all that added up, I have a total of 1.3 million XP banked in the floor. So not bad. Not bad at all. That would get me to level 76. I think that's a pretty good start. Especially that since we're going to do a lot more raids and get a lot more herbs still. And what is left for banked XP? Smithing, right? Smithing is useful. Let's say we have 99 here. Obviously Runite we won't be using. Can't use bars yet. This is just saying we have for the next chunk, because we'll need 85 smithing for the chunk next to us. So far with all that we have 572,000 banked. That's about level 67, but I am lacking 30,000 coal for that as well. So most likely we're gonna get most of our XP from the mithril, as it'll save a lot of coal and a lot of fire runes. But we'll probably be doing more raids to get more coal initially to get 85. I don't think it'd be much of a problem, but this will be a good comparison for what we have now versus what we'll have at the end of the chunk. So yep, now let's just go to time played. Just past 200 days, 35 collection logs. In the raids tab, this is what it's looking like. We are 10 out of 23. Other, random events, green log, and miscellaneous tab are long incurred bones. That's it for the collection log slots so far. Other than that, yeah, 117 combat, 1374 total level, and Magpie Impling. Implings love me right now. And might as well just go over my songs here. All the songs that I have, quick scroll through. Show I haven't cheated. The way I got to this chunk was from walking, so I did unlock songs from Lumbridge, walking through Draenor to get to Veos, and then down through Hosidius, past the Woodcutting Guild here. So yeah, those ones are done. Plus I used a prison guard random once, so I think I have a Varrock one in there. That's not supposed to be, but promise, no cheating. Oh my god, there's so many. There's an Essence Impling too. You'll love to see it. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching my video. Should be really cool to see the progress that we make from challenge mode chambers that we're gonna grind now. And yeah, I'll see you then. Quick bonus here, I just want to go over Impling totals as well. All of the Implings that we caught in the overworld so far, this tracks here. So 3 Luckies and 21 Dragons so far. Exactly 400 ninjas, pretty crazy. Over 1,000 Eclectics, 1,000 Essence. Need a lot of those. And obviously none in Pearl. You can see that we haven't cheated. Very nice to see there.